you got to think, bro. You got to think this is a long-term plan. We're men, right? We are here to conquer. To conquer, you need a plan. And one day, you and I aren't going to be around. We're not going to be around, dude. We're going to die. We're going to pass on. Guess who's going to be around? Hopefully, our children. How do we want our kids to function in society? If we just make the bold assumption that society will just get worse, I mean, wouldn't you want that kid to be prepared with an amazing mother in the case that you do pass? I would. How to be okay being single in today's modern society. These days, it seems almost impossible to find a good woman, and unfortunately, most men seem to accept the fate that they will never find a woman, let alone a good woman, which is really sad. Really sad. And, it doesn't seem that far from the truth. I mean, you go on the internet, you see just people, the way the world is going, degeneracy, alcohol, partying, and ego and materialism, and the way people are dressing up, the way people are conducting themselves, and there's no morals left anymore. There's no boundaries left anymore. There's no traditionalism. There's no chivalry left anymore. And it's sad, it's disheartening, and, it seems to be easy to accept the fact that, yeah, this is the way it is, and I'll probably won't find a girl here for a long time, And in today's video, I want to kind of help you be okay with being single. And before I get into this, I will give you my backstory. So if you don't want to hear that and you want to skip straight ahead, please, by all means, go ahead. But the backstory will give you some relatability because you will see where I'm coming from. Growing up in high school, I had a lot of people tell me that I was handsome. But in no sense, I couldn't believe it because I had pimples everywhere on my face, and I was skinny, and I was kind of ugly. I had a monobrow. My hair was growing in weird ways. My facial hair was just weird. I thought I had a small dick, but I couldn't believe it. Like, me, handsome, like, nah, dude, tripping. Right? She's probably just saying that because they feel pity for me. But I went through high school having this belief that I was ugly, which reinforced the belief that I'm not worthy for a girlfriend, which created the reality where I had no girlfriend throughout high school. But he was getting relationships. All the hot girls were getting into relationships, and all the jocks and all the guys were getting into relationships. When it's like year 9 and year 10, and all the guys start getting, hitting puberty and their testosterone increases. So you all start getting a little bit, TV and stuff. And then in year 10, you start hearing rumors, you start hearing gossip, and, your friends start talking about, all this sex, and did you hear, this girl slept with this guy and this guy? Well, there's this party, guys, this girl's going there, she's going there too. You start hearing these conversations, and I felt left out, dude. I felt really left out. My friends were starting to get laid. They were getting in relationships. One of them had their first kiss, and here I am. I have people telling me that I'm handsome. I have girls telling me that I'm handsome. It can't be true. They're just saying it, feel pity for me. I really want a girlfriend. I need a girlfriend, you see. And so I went throughout high school, never having a girlfriend, never having my first kiss, nothing like that. And I was always the third wheel. I was always in the back line, just like, oh, dude. So then, what else did you guys do? Like, was it sick? Was it cool? What was it like? Oh, that's sick, man. Nah, man, I don't get into this stuff. I'm a man of God. Little did they know how much I wanted to get into that stuff, right? They probably knew. Come graduation time, we're preparing for our final tests, and it's the final year of school. I've got 2 months left, and I started going out with this girl. We started heading out to the library, and we're studying together and getting drinks together and getting coffee together and stuff. And what started as like friends going to study together, obviously, rooted into something much bigger than that. And I got into my first relationship with a girl from my high school. Come graduate, I finally had it. I'm feeling good. I'm like, yeah, man, I finally got it. Finally got what I needed. Come graduate, and if you've watched my previous video, you'll realize that when you need something, it's shit. It's not healthy. It's not going to be a healthy relationship to that when you do achieve it, right? And I needed a relationship. I needed a girlfriend because I was feeling bad. I was feeling alone. I felt shame and guilt. I felt feminine. I didn't feel masculine. So I thought I needed a girlfriend, and that having a girlfriend will fix all these issues. Well, guess what happened? I got into a relationship. I had a girlfriend, and in 8 months, I broke up with her because I became mentally depressed. My mental health was shit. My physical health was shit. My confidence was shit. I didn't believe I had it in me. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel masculine. See how things happen where you feel like you need something to feel X, Y, and Z. You need financial freedom so you can feel relaxed and you can feel calm and you can feel free. What usually happens is when you feel like you need it and you have this unhealthy relationship to it, you achieve the outcome, you feel free and you feel relaxed and you feel calm for a few months, and then you go back to feeling anxious and you start to count your money again and you start to wonder about making more money. I'm not financially free and I haven't gone through this, but I can almost guarantee that if I achieve that dream with a relationship of neediness, I will feel that way. Because all I have to do is look at my past life and my examples. I needed a girlfriend. I needed a relationship. I felt like it would fix issues about me. I thought it would make me more masculine, more responsible, more disciplined, more mentally healthy, more physically healthy, etc., etc. Got the girlfriend. I got all of those things. I did feel healthier and happier and more masculine for 2 months. And then I started losing it again. Like shit. And I broke up with her, and for the next 2 years, I went completely solo. I did not go on a single date. I did not go with a single woman, and I did not see a woman for 2 years. And during the 2 years, I started to feel what I felt in high school. I need a girlfriend. I need a relationship. I need to start seeing girls. I don't feel good. I'm feeling feminine. I don't feel masculine. And the cycle started again. I went on a few dates. I never got a girlfriend. Most dates I went on, the girl would leave after the second or the third date. And I just felt like shit. It's because I was seeking to replace insecurities with other things. I was hoping that this desired outcome, this desired reality would fix me and turn me into the identity that I want. I thought that by getting a girlfriend, I would become my best self. What I didn't realize is I need to be my best self to get a girlfriend. That's a topic for another video. I'm happy to say I'm at a point where in the past 2 years or a year and a half, I've been on many dates with many women. And that doesn't mean I slept with all of them. A date could just be to go and meet a woman and see if you guys click. If you don't, that's fine. You can just end it. I had my fair share of experiences. I had some fun. It was good. I met a lot of new people. Did all of this without feeling like I needed it. For I lived the best of it. Coming from experience, on my history, I am now single. I was recently seeing a woman, and I just ended it for many reasons. A few of them being, I want to be more traditional. I do believe in a traditional world. And for me to ever find a traditional woman or to live in a traditional world, create a traditional reality for myself, I need to be that person, which is why I ended it. Second thing is I also believe in marriage. So if create this desired reality of where I'm married and I have a wife who also wants to be married, then I got to kind of live up to that, don't I? I have to be that person today, don't I? So I ended it. And dude, by all means, I could have went forward with it. Like we were having sex every week because that's all I had time for, once a week. It was good, but yeah. And now I'm totally okay with it. I have no problems with it. I am totally fine. I feel really, really calm. And I feel very secure in the fact that when I'm ready, I will find that woman, no problem. Because I'm becoming that person. And this is where my kind of advice begins. In order for you to be okay with being alone and being in solitude and being single in today's modern society, you've got to realize that your standards are low, which is why you feel like you need somebody. And let's be honest, you and I, we would settle for anybody. I mean, if I was at your current situation, and I'm only saying your situation because you're watching this, right? So I'm assuming you're watching this because it resonated with you, so don't take any offense. And I don't mean any offense. But if I was where you were at, yeah, man, I mean, I would feel the same way. The issue is your standards are too low. You're willing to accept anybody. So when you see any woman, no matter how good she looks, you're willing to accept them. For me, big turnoff is tattoos. For the longest time, I've always neglected that turnoff just because a woman was beautiful. Give up a core value and belief that I had within myself that I don't think tattoos are attractive on women, to be honest with you. I mean, you could have some cool tattoos, but I just think it makes you look like a man, it makes you look masculine, and I don't like them. Personal opinion. And I was willing to let go of that belief just because a woman was beautiful, because my standards were too low. I was willing to accept anybody. You've got to realize you cannot be willing to accept anybody, because if you're willing to accept anybody, you're not willing to stand up for anything. You're not willing to keep somebody. Because you know that when this woman is over, you'll just get the next one and you'll get the next one. It's not a problem. So you need to realize that your standards are important. Think about 30 years from now on, you're married with a child. What do you want that child to grow up in? What world do you want that kid to grow up into? Do you want that kid to go through the same problems that you and I are going through right now in today's modern society? And let's be honest, dude, it's just going to get worse. I mean, it has to get worse before it gets better. And you know what? You and I could be the generation that fixes all of this. So the responsibility is on our shoulders. So think about it that way, bro. Your standards. What are you going to do when you're married and you have a kid and you realize you just married the wrong woman and your child is about to be given birth and brought up in a world where they are going to go through the exact same problems you went through, the exact same challenges that I went through, the exact same negative self-beliefs that I held about myself in high school, your kid and my kid is going to have. Increase your standards. You want a traditional woman? Time to be traditional, brother. Time to give up casual sex, time to give up desire and lust, and be okay with it. If it gets really bad, go to the bathroom, jack one off. Legit, like, dude, do that. You know, it's more valuable for you to stick, and this is only if you want to. Like, dude, if you want to do this whole degenerate thing and go sleep around, because I did it. I didn't do it for that long, but I did it. Do it. It's not for me, because I've done it, and now I know, like, dude, standards are much higher. You got to think, bro. You got to think this is a long-term plan. We're men, right? We are here to conquer. To conquer, you need a plan. And one day, you and I aren't going to be around. We're not going to be around, dude. We're going to die. We're going to pass on. Guess who's going to be around? Hopefully, our children. How do we want our kids to function in society? If we just make the bold assumption that society will just get worse, and that's pretty bitter, and all accounts trying to stay positive for the purposes of the video. If society just got worse and worse, wouldn't you want that kid be prepared with an amazing mother in the case that you do pass? I would. I would want to know that if I died today and I was married, that I would have full security that my wife would bring up my child in the best possible manner, and my child would not suffer the same things that I suffered. Generation after generation, each generation is going through the same troubles and the same limiting beliefs or the same calamities. That means there's a generational curse. Essentially, nothing is changing, and we need to make a change. We need to change something. If I never had the time to come and sit down and think about the fact that, my father beat me, should I beat my kids? I would never break out of that generational curse. This kind of got way deeper and way out of topic with this kind of stuff, but let's get back to topic. Being okay with being single means you have a high standard and you need to increase those standards. Now, the converse of this, conversely, alternatively, the opposite effect of this is identify so strongly with the fact that your standards are high to the point where you're just coping with the fact that you don't have enough confidence to get a woman, all right? And if this is you, just accept it, stop trying to avoid it, work on your confidence instead. I am coming from a point of, I've done this. I went through this. I've slept around. I went to a party. I've had girlfriends. And now I can confidently say that I don't need it. I'm done with it. And it's time to become the person that I want to marry. Traditional, family committed, disciplined, non-materialistic, spiritual, knows there's a bigger plan out there. There's a calm, focused, and peaceful. And that's the person I need to be. So as long as I know that, and as long as I have the deep down confidence in myself, in my ability to find that woman in the future, this will help you be okay with it. Thanks for watching, man. If you stuck around for this long, you're a champion. Just know that. And I do want to come over and sniff your pants. I'm just joking.